Hello and welcome. You're watching the News Unlocked, the show that goes beyond the headlines to bring you the news beyond the noise. That's right. Over the last few days, several arrests are being made by the Narcotics Bureau in the Sushant Singh Rajput death case. And suddenly, the focus has shifted towards drugs, their consumption as well as procurement. But what is the reality? What is the reality of the efforts that have been made all these years to actually stop drug trafficking? Or is it true that only the small fish and in fact drug consumption get arrested, the traffickers get away? Today we are going to tell you the inside story, the dark reality that is not known amidst the noise. The truth of this country, that the small players get caught in drug cases, the big fish keep getting away. We will study and show you how reports are now showing that agencies conveniently focus on minor drug consumption cases and conveniently avoid the major trafficking cases. We'll delve into the failures of the Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, or NDPS, and how it has been implemented and why there is a danger of it being misused. Let's start, therefore, with a report from Mumbai by our correspondent Mustafa Sheikh, based on a report produced by a legal policy group. Take a look.
The Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 prohibits production, manufacturing, cultivation, possession, sale, purchase, transport, storage and or consumption of any narcotic drug or psychotropic substance. According to a report by Vidhi Center for Legal Policy, an independent think tank, Maharashtra saw an average of 1,766 NDPS cases per year between 2010 and 2013 under the NDPS Act. However, from 2013 to 2014, the number of cases jumped more than 5 times to 14,622. Since then, NDPS crime in Maharashtra has consistently remained high. And Mumbai contributes significantly to this spike. In 2014, 97.6% of all NDPS cases in Maharashtra were from Mumbai. Of all the cases analyzed for the study by the independent think tank, 28% of the accused were laborers, and most others belonged to the lower strata of society. This points to a scenario where the enforcement authorities seem to be picking on the easiest and most vulnerable targets, the economically weak, lowest rung user in the drug chain. This, claim experts, is the key to securing a high conviction rate and boosting figures. Raids are conducted to pick up those found consuming cannabis. The people rounded up are quickly produced before a magistrate, made to plead guilty, convicted and sentenced to minor imprisonment and fines. On paper, the law has been upheld, arrests have been made and punishment meted out. The police and administration is seen to be doing its job, curbing drug abuse.
वही तो बोलते हैं अभी तो केस बन गया तेरे पर क्या करता तू दूसरा काम तो कर नहीं सकता दूसरा धंधा कर कमा हम लोग को भी कमाने दे तू भी कमा हाँ काम दो बोलते कोई मिला दो इसको दो डीलर दो वो दो कि आगे जाए आगे मिले वो भी मिले उससे भी 10-5 लाख रुपया मिल जावे वो किसी और को देगा उससे 10-5 लाख और मिल जावे ऐसा.
The study shows that cases for possession for personal consumption vastly outnumber those for trafficking.
Last year, they have done almost 9,700 something cases. Out of that, only 263 cases were for trafficking. So they are not against the trafficking; they are against the consumers. So consumers are the soft target. That is why they are going behind them.
Those working in the field of rehabilitation too believe the focus should be on people who traffic drugs and not on who consume, as this will end up demotivating people who want to seek rehabilitation from addiction.
5 crore people in this country, those who have used as per the Government of India Ministry of Social Justice report, if we put them in the jail, what is going to happen to this country? And most of the treatment centers are being provided and supported or funded by Government of India. So we cannot have both the things, that drug users are stigmatized, criminalized, discriminated, and we ask them to come for the treatment.
According to Narcotics Control Bureau, those who have been arrested are part of a drug syndicate operating in Bollywood. But experts ask, what about millions who are seeking treatment for their drug addiction? After such cases coming to light, will they come forward and seek rehabilitation? With camera person Mangesh Ambre, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today.
So therefore, the big question, the real story, are the drug consumers the soft targets, those who consume a few grams of marijuana while the traffickers get away? Is that the way our policing operates? That's what I'm going to raise. Neha Singhal, a senior resident fellow and head at criminal justice team with Vidhi Center for Legal Policy, which has done that research on Mumbai. Rizwan Merchant is one of the top criminal lawyers who also appears for several people who've been charged in the past with drugs. And YP Singh, former IPS officer, is also joining me. Before I come to Rizwan and YP, let me come to you in a way here, Neha, because it's your report that in a way is bringing this out. Is this true that a majority of those who are being arrested, you're saying, are drug consumers? But does that mean that that's wrong? Technically, under the law 27A and 27, if I consume drugs, even a small quantity, I can be booked under NDPS. Are you saying that that's the wrong thing to do?
So one is the problem of booking anybody for drug consumption under criminal law, because the idea behind criminalizing drug consumption at the time that the law was being drafted was to say that people will fear punishment and therefore not use drugs.
Right.
Now that is classic deterrence theory, which we know doesn't work. Internationally, there are now conversations about how by sending people to jail who are users, who are addicts, you're actually harming them doubly. You're not giving them any help. You're not actually treating them or making them healthy people. Instead, you're making them criminals. So the idea of criminalization of drug use in itself is a problem, but that's like a higher order question. So Section 27 basically says that whoever consumes drugs is liable to punishment. It doesn't give you any procedure on what this means. So does this mean whoever consumes drugs anytime in their life? If I have consumed a drug 5 years ago and written about it, am I liable for conviction or for arrest? Does it mean that I have to be caught in the process of consuming? Does it mean that you arrest me for residue that you find in my possession? And different police across this country do this differently. So in Punjab, because heroin seems to be their main problem, they pick up residue. So they'll pick up aluminium foil, they'll pick up matchsticks, and that becomes their evidence. In Bombay, they're just picking up people in the process of consuming cannabis on the road. So usually the people that they're arresting are street dwellers, slum dwellers, and they'll pick them up in the middle of the night. They'll pick them up at 11 o'clock at night, and then they'll present them before the judge the next morning, and the judge will make them plead guilty, or the police is making them plead guilty, and the case is over in half a day. And this way, they're getting a very high arrest rate. They're getting a high conviction rate, and the judiciary is getting a high disposal rate. So either they will ask them to plead guilty and convict them immediately, or if the person doesn't show up, by some miracle, the person doesn't show up to court, the case is disposed there and then, saying that the charge hasn't been made out. So they discharge them or they convict them. There is no acquittal. There is nobody fighting their own case. There's nobody presenting evidence. It's a complete mockery of the system.
And you're saying the big fish and the traffickers get away. That's the point. In the process, the big fish and the traffickers who perhaps are driving the drug business are actually getting away. You know, I want to come with a figure to you, YP Singh. In Mumbai, possession for personal consumption cases has vastly outnumbered those for trafficking. 97.7% cases in 27 and 97.3% cases in 2018 involved possession for personal consumption, while the number of cases for consumption actually went up, quadrupled, even went up by 5 times. The cases of trafficking are coming down. So you're not catching the big fish, and you end up catching some small watchman in many cases who's taking, say, 5 grams of marijuana. What is this what the NDPS was meant for, or wasn't it meant to bust interstate trafficking?
Well, Rajdeep, it's a known fact that the traffickers operate by having a very tacit understanding with the police, and that is the reason, because of the nexus which is there, that is the reason why the big traffickers do not get caught. If at all a trafficker is caught, he will be a small-time trafficker. And the drug consumers, they don't have any linkages with the police, and therefore they become a very easy target. And another thing is that these matters often they are said in the police department that you have to do a specified number of cases, and that has to be reflected in the monthly report. And to target these small consumers becomes the easiest thing for police to accomplish the targets. And I think these are the two reasons why
No, so you are admitting it.
drug traffickers are not getting caught.
YP
whereas
Singh, you are
consumers
admitting
getting
that the
caught
drug
in big numbers.
traffickers get away. For all this talk that we are hearing in the last few days, Bollywood, the drug mafia, the real drug traffickers get away, and the small-time person, a watchman or a poor person in a slum who may be caught in possession of the marijuana gets caught. Is that true?
This is what exactly is happening, because like we see the Riaz case and all this, basically a case of personal consumption and matters collateral to that. And they only are getting caught, and the NCB, for instance, is required only to investigate cases of international, mainly because international drug trafficking or major cases of drug trafficking. And if such specialized agencies are roped in and to start doing cases, small cases of petty consumption, I think this is an appalling scenario. And it all leads to one specified inference: why the traffickers are not getting caught, because that is a game of thousands of crores. And whereas the customers who are getting caught, that is a case of few hundred.
Let me take that to Rizwan Merchant, one of Mumbai's top criminal lawyers. Rizwan Merchant, are the drug consumers the soft targets and the drug traffickers are the ones who are going to get away? Even in this case that we has now become making the headlines, where are the drug traffickers getting caught? The major guys who handle interstate operations. Why is it so easy for them to get away?
Rajdeep, let me be Rajdeep. First of all, let me be very candid with this. That you see, the NDPS Act makes an offence cognizable. Every offence under the NDPS Act is a cognizable offence, whether it
is consumption. If a particular officer gets identifying a particular person who is having consumption of NDP of a narcotic substance, he has to be arrested. He has no choice. But the prerogative of arrest.
a choice. But the prerogative of arrest is also further qualified with the provision of an amendment under the NDPS Act under section 64A, that if in case the person is arrested for the purpose of consumption, it being a bailable offence, he is enlarged on bail on the very first day, and thereafter he seeks immunity from prosecution. The condition of immunity from prosecution is only to ensure that the similar offences are never repeated. The second condition is he is supposed to undergo the process of de-addiction, detoxification, produce a particular certificate from a recognized institution, and then the court grants him immunity from prosecution. So there is a particular provision available under the NDPS Act for protecting the interests of a particular consumer. Now, coming to your concern as to why are the drug traffickers and peddlers being let off, let me tell you that under section 42 of the NDPS Act, every officer who is defined under section 42, be it a customs officer, be it a narcotics control officer, be it a police officer, they all have authority, including officers of CBI who are police officers. They have the authority to register a particular case, make entry into a particular place and search without a warrant for the purpose of making a case or seizure under the NDPS Act. As far as NCB is concerned, in the last 35 years that I have been practicing, I have never seen NCB ever arrest any consumer. They have always targeted the peddlers, the distributors, the stockists, who are basically the core, the center of the entire distribution network. Likewise, customs, they make seizures at the airport where there is a possibility of an export or a possibility of an import. DRI has been very active, but all these three departments are concentrating essentially on making seizures from drug traffickers, from peddlers, from distributors.
No, 1 minute. That's
stockists.
not happened, Mr. Merchant.
Let me finish.
That's not happened in this case. In this case, we are looking at the consumers who are getting caught and not the traffickers.
See, this case, Rajdeep, it's correct that this case may be a particular exception, but from the link which the NCB in this case has got from the alleged consumers through the WhatsApp chats, they have been able to reach out to the peddlers, they have been able to reach out to purported distributors, because I feel there are certain cases in which the NCB in this case has made a particular seizure, so they would be saying that this is the person who is the peddler, who is the stockist, and through him this distribution network was being going through. Now, what NCB has rightly done is they have not gone after the consumers. They have not targeted the consumers. There are some people who have been arrested who have claimed to be consumers, but their arrest was at the statement of a particular person who was arrested by them as a distributor or as a peddler. So the moment the peddler gives a particular statement that I have sold it to A, B or C, then they go after A, B and C, arrest them, produce them, record the statements and the further procedures. NCB has never ever targeted consumers. NCB, DRI Customs always target the core network comprising of distributors and peddlers.
Sir,
it is
across the
anti-narcotics cell of
NDPS, sir,
police
the
department
facts don't,
which
sir, the
always
facts don't reflect what you're saying. Across Mumbai, possession for personal cases was 97.7% of cases in 2017 and was 97.3 in 2018. Come on, let's be honest,
you may
sir.
be correct on that.
These are hard figures.
Rajneet,
These
you
are
may be
figures
correct
that
on
have been
that,
researched.
but my
the
practice,
NCP needs to come clean.
You're right. You may be right. See, you may be right on those particular percentage figures, Rajdeep. But as far as my experience goes, anti-narcotic cell has got several branches all over the city. Okay, they've got several units all over the city. Now, those particular units, they identify areas where there is distribution. Now, for going into the core element of distribution, you have to get a small person in your hand who is either in possession, who is either selling, or a person who is a consumer. So, through the consumer, they try to reach out to the network which is engaged in distribution and peddling. But anti-narcotic cell has been making the maximum cases of consumption, but in most of the cases of consumption, there are arrests because it is required to be done. It's a cognizable offense. They are released on bail, and 100% of them are granted immunity from prosecution. They are never targeted. They are never troubled. Basically, the requirement of getting to the peddler and to the distributor is through
That's
the
not
network
happening
of
in this
consumption.
case.
Is through the network
That's
of
not
those
happening
people
in this
who
case,
procure.
certainly. That's not happened in
May
the
not
Riya
be in this
Chakraborty case, certainly.
You're right. May not be in this case. Rajdeep, you're right. May not be in this case. This case, to a certain extent, has a different connotation altogether. You understand? From the WhatsApp chats, you are able to highlight those particular conversations which related to consumption.
Okay.
Now, from that particular consumption activity, they have tried to reach out to the peddlers. So every case cannot be identical. The facts of every case cannot be identical. So the facts of the present case may be different. They have to get to the peddlers, but they have to go through the consumers. So I don't think
So
NCB
you're
is
saying
doing anything
sometimes
wrong.
you need to
But
go
yes,
to
I
the
have a
peddlers
voice of
through the
concern.
consumers. But I want to ask all three of you a quick response to this. There are those who believe, and this is of course a separate debate, that small quantities of marijuana should at best lead to sending people to de-addiction centers. Forget about jail, forget about putting them, the punitive arrest. You believe that, Neha, right?
Absolutely. So I have a couple of points to make to what has been said. One is in my interviews with the police, in fact, was because I was a researcher and innocuous, I was told by one police officer to pose as a customer and figure out what peddler chains there are, because they were unable to do it. And they thought maybe because of the way we looked, we might have a better chance. So I think this using customers to get to peddlers is absolving police of their core responsibility. So just because the law makes it easy for you to arrest customers, and frankly, they're not going after peddlers once they arrest customers. Because if all that the police cares about is increasing arrest rates, and if all that the state wants to show is that they're hard on crime, they don't actually tell you where the data is coming from. They'll just tell you that we have increased our arrest rates by X% to Y%. They will not tell you what method they have used to do it. So I think this tactic of using one is just wrong. It's ethically wrong to use consumers to get to peddlers. And two, mostly they're actually not doing it. So that's my rejoinder to what has been said so far.
Let me therefore look at a special investigation that we've done. How easily actually marijuana in particular is available in posh localities of Bandra and in Mumbai. Today we can single out Bollywood. The truth is, drug consumption of marijuana is widespread in large parts of Mumbai suburbs today. Take a look.
Welcome to the drug hotspots ringing Bandra's posh neighborhoods. An India Today investigation has found how the sale and use of contraband from charas, ganja ecstasy to cocaine has exploded well beyond celebrity parties to impoverished slums of the metropolis. The man seen on your screen is peddling it to the youth in broad daylight. The location is barely 200 meters from the apartment of arrested drug suspect Abdul Basit Parihar, right across the street. When our undercover reporter met this peddler posing as staff of a wealthy businessman hosting a drug party, he offered us MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy.
MD? नहीं कितने की आएगी? क्या बात कर रहा है बेटा भाई?
अरे मैं सैंपल बता रहा भाई, अभी भरेली आएंगे ब्लॉक पूरी हो।
मेरे को 200 ग्राम चाहिए।
कितना चाहिए?
200 ग्राम।
50 करके दूंगा भाई।
हाँ?
50 200 ग्राम।
कितना पड़ेगा? कितने का पड़ेगा? 12 रुपये ग्राम। ये मिलेगा? कोकीन
में मिलेगा।
स्टॉक कैसे मिलेगा?
हाँ।
कितने का मिलेगा?
4000 रुपए। इनका भाई का डिब्बे आएंगे उलांडो।
कितना ग्राम होगा उसमें?
अपना 7034 रहेगा।
कितना ग्राम होगा? 1 ग्राम। हाँ? बल्क में मिलेगा क्वांटिटी में?
कल जो मिलेगा पूरी चौक रहेगा। चौक आता है ना?
हाँ।
पूरा चौक रहेगा।
आधा पैसा एडवांस देंगे तो ही मिलेगा, नहीं तो नहीं मिलेगा भाई।
तो एक साथ तो 50 मिल जाएगा ना?
एक साथ 50 मिल जाएगा, लेकिन आधा एडवांस देना पड़ेगा।
We now inquired about ganja and found a peddler selling it some yards away.
ये वीड है?
ये गांजा।
ये 50 पीस चाहिए हो? 50-100 पीस? कितने का मिलेगा?
वही 100 रुपए के।
100 रुपए के।
We now probe Bandra East. The lanes through these shanties also teem with ganja peddlers like this man.
माल चाहिए? क्या है?
घास है काला नहीं। घास है काला। गांजा है।
गांजा है?
पूरी मिलता हमारा। पूरा कितना? पूरी मिलेगा।
तो पूरी कितने की आएगी?
पूरी 130 रुपए की।
हाँ?
130 रुपए की पूरी।
130 रुपए की गांजा।
Gangs operating freely with territories divided slum to slum. A sign drug consumption has grown alarmingly in the Bollywood city. Mohammad Hizbullah, Jamshed Khan and Nitin Jain for India Today's Special Investigation Team.
Let's leave it there for now. Remember, should marijuana be legalized or not will be another debate. For now, the question is, are drug consumers more vulnerable than drug traffickers? Thanks to my guests for joining me. That's it on the News Unlocked. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.